24, who's going to be the first in the door to give that Happy New Year greeting, right? Who will be number one? Who will be through the gates? All right, let's roll out of here. Road shouldn't be too crowded today. I mean, what the heck? It's a Ola day. It's a Ola day. Let's see if I can get T-Bone to start the new year here. Whoop-de-doo-de-doo-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo-de-doo-de-doo. I know that chick has her whole cart, man, running around here. Got lots of hillbillies. Gail, you're the first one in, babe. 2024. You made it first. Who's it's a hillbilly? Yay. Keep an eye. I don't want to get ripped off here. I guess more and more people are going to be living in their cars. A lot of people are watching football. We got the Alabama-Michigan game on, and welcome in everybody. Doc, how are you? Boy, we got a slim crowd today, right? Pick it up as the games go on. Big college football. I don't know what the latest score of the Alabama-Michigan game was. It was 13-10, I think, last time I saw Michigan. So welcome in everybody. I'm a little burned out on football this time of year. I've had too many bowl games going on. Way too many bowl games. All right. I like the way these people just just dumped their Christmas tree on the lot here. And then I don't know what we have. I don't know, we got engine trouble or something happened over here. I don't know. Hey, Lurker. Well, this looks like a tough situation over here. I don't know. Person's got a whole mess over there. There's little rats running around and everything. So, January 1st, we're going to have a small select crowd in tonight. I hit the booze pretty hard last night, so I think I'll just be having one beer tonight. Please tap the like button if you're coming in. It's very appreciated. I'm so happy to be in the month of January in the year 2024. See what's going on in the hood down here today. Let's check our nefarious activity. Man, what are they going to do? What are they going to do with this building? Man, look at the way they torched that thing. Still hard to believe. Plus, that thing had like a Mercedes-Benz sitting inside of it. It's like, dude, really? But they've managed to keep this area pretty clear down here. Hey, Joni, how you doing? Happy New Year. They've managed to keep this pretty darn clear. I guess the cops are staying on top of it. They opened this trail again. I don't know what this guy's doing. Idea what that guy's doing. How's everything going on the homestead there, Joni? Everything going all right? What do we got over here? Did somebody else do some dumping over here? I'll tell you, these dumpers are unreal. Well, I guess that was somebody's got a wagon of crap. I don't know. It's a whole wagon of crap. We've got sunset. I'm not going to go poking through that. I just spent the day cleaning the kitchen and getting rid of stuff. Right? So I'm not going to bring in more crap. Don't give me crap for Christmas. Okay. I'm not even sure if they manufacture in there anymore. I'm going to get back to the process. Oh shit, I'm sorry to hear you got that, Joni. Oh man. Wow. Hey Duncan, when did that come on you, Joni? Jeez. I can't wait to get my shots on Wednesday. Hey, Thursday. Hey Alex, how you doing? Thursday, I'm going to get my vaccines one way or the other. What would you do if it was a parade of people in their junk line out to drop off their old Christmas trees to the Rancho? You know, that's a good question. I don't know what I would do. I guess the inclination to do that would be rather rare. So I guess I wouldn't expend too much energy on the theorization of that. I guess this will be the... Oh, is there a glitch with notifications? I'm not surprised. New Year, same old YouTube. Hey Amanda, I think that the notifications go out late. I think they take a while now to get them out. But anybody that was around last night, it was a really fun 5 hours that we did. I don't know, it was 5 or 6, and it was nice to be inside. I was nice and cozy and comfortable. We had great music. I guess we had about, what, 35 songs last night, and the good old Eagles buffed it all up for us. So we couldn't enjoy the replay, and I'm not going to babysit that all day trying to get songs cut out, and it takes too much time to do all that. Hey, Shimei, Happy New Year. I just don't have the inclination for all that job. Yeah, I mean, Doc, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I've had people dump stuff before. They'll leave shopping carts out front full of crap. You know, I've had people go out in the morning and somebody's face down in the yard fell over the hedge, you know, drunk as the skunk. I've got to kick the person to get them moving. Some friend of mine went on a cruise once. He got COVID. He got something. I don't know. I'm hoping I can hang on until Thursday, and then it takes a couple weeks to build up immunity. So it's been a long road to get these vaccines. A real long road. I've had multiple trips out and been denied. Poking stick for those kind of yeah. What's up, Adam? Where has 2023 gone? Please tap the like button if you're coming in. Please take a second to do so. We have a real mellow night tonight. We're going to be very low-key. I'll probably just have some hot dogs and beans. Tonight, something like super simple this evening. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Hey Maggie, how you doing tonight? Welcome aboard. I'm your cruise director. Welcome aboard. Hey Diamond Chica. Happy New Year to you. I think today is free parking, right? Like Chevy's is open, but there's like nobody around. I don't know. I think because you got to pay everybody double. You have to pay double for holidays, right? You have to pay double. So I think we'll sit right over here. I guess this guy's reading a little bit of Charles Dickens here. I just slept half the day and just relaxed. I guess I got up about 7:45 today, which was okay. I mean, I felt a little bit, it's been a long time since I had, more than 2 beers or so. So I think I had like 5 last night. I mean, they were spaced out over quite a few hours, but I woke up with a little bit of a heavy head today, but it passed pretty quickly. But it was worth it because we had so much fun. Last night was a blast. It was nice to be inside and do a live stream. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up button if you're coming in. I think we're gonna walk the hood here today and see what's going on. We're gonna do a little creeping. Hey Rio, how are you? How are you doing? I think a lot of people are watching the Alabama-Michigan game. I don't know what the latest score is. It must be close to the end of the game. And then getting ready for the Huskies in the Sugar Bowl. Anybody remember the Astro Blue Bonnet Bowl? I put my resolutions out today, and I started to put it into force. And I ran the dishwasher today, and I cleaned up all the utensils in the big silver pot I used. I cleaned the whole kitchen to within an inch of it, so I'm going to really try to maintain that. Hey, Candy Sweets. I'm just kind of going room by room by room, and I'm trying to see which stuff I can get rid of, which stuff I can donate, which stuff I can sell. And I just have to stick with it. Anybody else made any resolutions? Hey, Angus Kisses. I mean, I feel like I'm in pretty much in shape, so I walk a lot every day and everything. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about doing all of that. Oh, Alabama's leading. What's the score at the current time, Chica? Do you know? Last I saw, it was like 13-10 Michigan. So I don't know. They're going to be sad up in the big house. Tell this guy it's a holiday. Stay at the hospital, right? That's a good resolution. 20 to 13. Okay, cool. I'm trying to stay at the hospital. Well, Katie, I hope that you succeed, honey. I hope that you succeed. Typical New Year's Eve party. New Year's Day is a day for recovery. I don't know. These old birds think they're going to go over to the Jewish deli. I think that they just got the eyeball that the thing is closed. I don't know. There ain't going to be no deli open tonight. I don't know. I don't even know. We'll know in a little bit. We're going to walk around in about 45 minutes or so. And we're going to see what's going on in the area. Not too bad. It's all over. Thank God. No one left for the last time. Happy New Year. What does that mean? No money left for the last time. What does that mean? You have to pick. You got to pick out your. You got to pick out your burial plot or something like that. Is that what you got to do? What the hell's this guy doing? I mean, it's weird. I'm not quite sure what you're meaning, man. Hey, Alan, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in last night and spending so much time last night. It was great to have you on the New Year's Eve celebration. It was a good one last night. I think it was. I can't really remember last year's. Well, I remember. I had the silver dress on with the slit all the way up to my butt level. Hey, Scottish, how are you? How you doing? What's going on? Happy New Year, doll. Happy New Year. Just saying it's the best last time. I have to say, oh, okay. Hey, Max, how you doing? How are you? It's good to see you tonight. We're going to just be hanging in the air. We're going to be walking around a little bit in about 45 minutes or so. We're going to see what's open. Oh, we had a great time last night. Is that the train running? No, what's the fire truck doing here? Wonder what the heck they're at for. We got the police there and everything. I don't know if he's going to turn in here or not. No, going straight ahead. Oh, boy. I don't know if the mission is open tonight or not. I'm not sure. Out in the West Texas, down to El Paso. Just log out, turn off your computer, restart it, and come in. That fixes a multitude of errors. There's nothing like a reboot. Usually cures a lot of the old. So I'm gonna be working to put some stuff up for sale. Just looking around stuff I'm not going to use anymore. New Year's start. Some fool knock off a hydrant about 4:30. So my God, the muddy water running. Oh wow, Catherine. I was going to blame Bird and Sean, but that was Friday night. Happy New Year! Damn, another year down. Been a long time watching. Same old here. Work. Nice to see you, Nathan. Happy New Year to you. I know you're the hardest working person I know in, probably besides Shimei, right? You're like you're probably the top 10 hardest working people I know. You're always on the job. I guess everybody has to purge their water system. I changed the filter today in my, I have a zero water system. No, I'm not selling them at all. But I do want to downsize dramatically. You were crazy. Want to have fun last night? Nino, yeah, they were down in Old Town. Do you remember, Catherine, where the Town and Country was there? That was like one of the first places that Bobby and I and the boss and Janet went to when we first knew them. Town and Country. I think that's in Vallejo down there. I think it's long closed up. Yeah, we had a good time last night, Nina. We were kicking up our heels, huh? Right? Water to open hydrants and drain. Well, that's what you got to do. It's not like we have a water shortage right now, so you don't have to have them crybabying about running the water. So I'm not going to worry about 2 mortgages to cover. Wow, why do you have 2, Nathan? You own an investment property? Yeah, we did it up. Yeah, on Solano Avenue. Maybe for content I should go back to Baltimore and buy a hovel in like the Worst Hood or something, right? And we really have God in the hood, right? One condo and one almost paid off in oh, that's nice. One in Montreal too. That's awesome. Very cool. I can't wait to get back to Montreal. I mean, I want to explore the food scene up there. Sweet neighbor bought us 2 gallons. Oh, wasn't that nice? I changed the filter. Hey, Julie, how are you? I changed the filter in my zero water, which I use to filter all my water. I change it every 6 months or so. And if I do stuff on New Year's, then I remember to do it. I need to buy my council house. Now, when you say a council house, why don't you ever take us to the beach? I've heard you're not so far. Well, let me ask you this, Katie. Let me ask you a question. What do you think our beach is like here in Sonoma County? Just tell me what crosses your mind when you think of the beach around here. What comes to mind? Yeah, I need to get into a social housing situation, right? Before everybody and his mother's back in boarding houses again. I've got to be in a social housing situation. And the boarding houses are going to come back because less and less people are able to afford even an apartment. Hey, Ted. So, old Ma Bailey's boarding house, right? Open it up and start taking boarders in. Well, I mean, it depends what the beach is. It depends what it is. I mean, if you're envisioning, Katie, a place where people stroll along hand in hand along the water's edge and stuff like that, it's not, thank you, Julie. I love you too, honey. Send me some nice pictures. If you're picturing that kind of beach, it's really not that kind of beach. I mean, they are different in anything you can imagine in a way of when your mind pictures a beach, right? It's like I enjoyed Acapulco until after a rainstorm, all the runoff from the streets and stuff just went right into the bay there. I'm just like watching this big brown slick spread. 5-year waiting list in Manchester to get social housing. Well, at least you can get it. How about that, DJH? How about that? Right? We call them housing estates. They ain't beach boy beaches at all, man. I mean, you get people die out there every month. Right? We have a lot of what's called Section 8. You get vouchers, and then the government pays the balance of whatever the American social. Well, it's always been crime ridden because, in a lot of cases, it attracts a very low economic, it's if you don't own it, you're not incentivized to take care of it. So, right. I mean, I think everybody has a right to expect housing and things like that. It's just like when we're letting, what do we have? 240,000 immigrants are massed at the borders right now. Katie, I'm going to tell you what, honey. Just put Bodega Bay. Just take a minute. Go out of the chat. Go to my main channel page where you search videos. Put Bodega Bay into the search box, and you'll see how dangerously rough. Number one, even in the hottest summer, it can be 105 degrees here in Santa Rosa, and it's like 59 degrees over on the beach because the water is so cold. All right, it's coming down from Alaska. If you fall into that water, let's just say, you're going to be either smashed into the huge rocks that are out there, or number two, you're going to die within 20 minutes of hypothermia. That's going to kill you. And number three, if that doesn't get you, there's enormous great white sharks that are patrolling off of the, just waiting for tasty flesh to come in floating into the water. It's a very, 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 very dangerous beaches. So people go up on the cliffs. The cliffs are about 100 feet above the ocean, and they go to take selfies, and they fall off the back of the cliff to their death. People can stand there and watch their bodies being smashed in the surf, and the blood all run. I mean, it's a very no, I don't think so, right? Yeah, hypothermia is the new diet. Yeah, I don't, right? So the beach is as close as we are to the beach, maybe 15 miles west of here. They might as well be 1,000 miles away. All right. Nobody ever goes over unless they're going to get a seafood dinner or something like that. Right? Or just do a little day trip over there and just hang out. Otherwise, it's like, or they go crabbing, or they go camping at Dillon Beach and places like that. Catherine knows about Dillon Beach. And Catherine, thank you again for the Chef Boyardee pizza kits. I put them up on the shelf today. I really appreciate that. Hey, Duncan. Another year on the fabled Alpine route. Yeah, crabs are good, but our crab season is not underway commercially. I don't know. It's just like we didn't have a salmon season. And because of whales, you can't put down the crabbing gear, or the whales get caught in it. And I don't know. Right. So usually people like to have crab for Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. Now, I think the crab that we're going to have Wednesday at the Boston Janet's, I believe that crab comes from what the boss brought back from his fishing and crabbing trip out of Emeryville, out of Berkeley. As for me, I cannot afford to go fishing. I can't afford to go on those trips anymore. They're just they're so far outside the reach of my budget these days. It used to be $120, and then it started getting up around $240. I mean, come on, man. It's you're there on deck at 5 a.m. and you're back at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever. So. But I did enjoy, you can see all my content on the Rosie Murphy channel, on the New Sea Angler, deep sea fishing and bringing in the crabs. I might save my shekels for this fall, but I don't know. It's all about priorities in life. You can't do everything. You just can't do it. Please tap the like button if you're coming in. We look like we're way behind this evening. December was a great month. Just go down and make the money you need for any trip. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think I have the patience for bingo. All right. I just don't think I don't have the patience to sit there and do bingo. It's one of the reasons I don't play poker anymore. I don't have the patience to sit there for hours and just staring people in the eyes and, looking at, is this guy bluffing or not? And blah, 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 right? I can't even stand to sit still and gamble and sit in a slot machine anymore, right? So I want to put up tomorrow on the Rosie Murphy channel, somebody said, what really surprised you on your last trip to Las Vegas? The number one surprise that grabbed me was, well, of course, how great the Durango Casino was down there. It's wonderful. I can't wait to go back to the Durango. I can't wait to try the food options down there. And maybe sit at the sports bar and, I don't know, watch something down there. I mean, it looks like such a great place. But the number one thing that surprised me is from where I parked to walk to the Fontainebleau, which was the new place that they opened like December 15th or something like that. I didn't want to pay to park, surprise, at the Fontainebleau or anything. So I parked away at the McDonald's on Sahara, and I figured I'll just walk over to the Fontainebleau. It's about a quarter of a mile away. But to do that, you have to pass by the Sahara. Now, of course, the Sahara is very legendary. It's really where the Rat Pack hung out, but the Sahara kind of fell on hard times because, yeah, it's $250. Forget about it, Alan. I'm not paying that for that. So you have to pass by the Sahara. The Sahara kind of fell on tough times because Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard is a rather rough little corner of Las Vegas. That's where the really rough area begins of, hey, Mystic, the rough area begins of Naked City and all the stuff near the Stratosphere and all that. So a lot of people don't like to really go up at that end because it's a long walk. So I thought to myself, I've never been in the Sahara before, ever, and that's rare, right? I didn't even get into the Bellagio or the Wynn this time, but I thought, hey, as long as I'm passing by, I'm gonna go into the Sahara and I'm gonna shoot a video checking it out. What's it like in the Sahara? Hey, Taney, how you doing? And man, was I impressed, right? They were the elegant that I believe that the Fontainebleau was trying to be, okay? It's what we call a very bespoke elegance. In other words, they didn't have to shout it out or anything like that. It was really well done. They had really nice displays. It wasn't really over the top with gaudy lights and all that kind of crap. But, so you got that video coming up tomorrow. Make sure you are subscribed to the Rosie Murphy channel so that you can check out that video. You want to go to Circus Circus and have fun. Well, that is the murder and suicide capital of Las Vegas, right there. Roaches galore. Rats. Hey, Kale, how you doing, babe? Yeah, classy, but very subtle. Very, very understated. I don't know if elegant... Yeah, thank you, Diana. I don't know if elegant, maybe one of my moderators can pop the link down for the Rosie Murphy channel, because you're going to want to check out that walkthrough. Okay, because it surprised me. It really did. I put it kind of on a par like the Wynn. It just reminded me of like a little like baby Wynn. I can't think of a worse place in Vegas. Let me tell you, when you're paying $9 a night, which they charged at the Manor, which is the back part, the really hideous part. The hideous part of Circus Circus, of course, it's the main casino. But behind that, you have an RV park and you have this really horrific place called the Manor back there, which is like which is like townhouses from like the 19. I mean, it's really it's awful. Hey, Kitty, how you doing? Thank you, Scottish. Thank you. There's my channel. Like, make sure you sub that up. You're gonna want to check out that video tomorrow. It'll be rolling. But circus, I mean, D-Dub and I, we walked from downtown all the way, it was a 7 mile round trip that night, to all the way back to the manor. There were roaches everywhere. The smell was very off-putting, very off-putting. And I've stayed many times because I had young kids. And, you know, all the kids would be dumped into the hall, right, while the parents are gambling there and stuff like that. But I took time, you know, I took my girls like the Midway and all that stuff. Water coming down the street again. The trucks are up there using Jack. Oh, there goes the shower. You better grab some water or something while you can up there. So, and now Circus isn't even that cheap anymore because they're putting a big resort fee on top of that. Okay, so I just, you know, I don't have any interest in that because it's just, it's a schlocky place. They've never put a thin dime into doing anything down there. It's like if you guys know the Rio, they might as well just implode it. Drinking beer with roaches. Remember that, Crow? That was over when we saw Oprah Winfrey at the homeless Oprah Winfrey over in the park at Twain and Swenson over there at that intersection there. Right. She started out not liking this, and then at the end she was hugging us, right? She was like, I've met some very colorful people. I've never been to. Is it worth the trip? My opinion is like this. I think everybody should go to Las Vegas one time in their life. You don't have to be a gambler. You can go for the food scene. I think there's Kale says, I got married in Vegas. There you go, honey. You can go for the food scene. You can go for the shows. You can have morning shows. They have afternoon shows. They have evening shows. They got late night shows. They've got comedy clubs. You can get bottle service with the most beautiful girls in the world bringing you $800 bottles of champagne and making sure that they lean over. I like the chaos with that earthquake. Yeah, I didn't really see that, Kitty, because it usually takes 24 to 48 hours for the real news of the earthquake to come out, right? How many people are dead or whether initial reports always take about 24 to 48 hours to come out. It's just got married, babe. So I would definitely go. But the problem is, and I've seen this creeping into Vegas. Vegas is, and I'm mainly addressing down on the strip. Vegas has set things up so that if they can trap you unwittingly, just tacitly trap you without you think you're being, if they can keep you within that hotel casino where you're staying, then that's the ultimate goal of the psychology and the planning of these casinos. And the city of Las Vegas is doing a lot to contribute to that, because when I first started going down to Vegas as an adult, you could walk down the strip without having to go into this casino and then back out again, or up into the Venetian, and then, you know, they've made it very awkward now to walk along. So it's not as much fun as it used to be along there. And you got to watch yourself too. There's quite a bit of crime around. There's a lot of low lifes that hang around on Las Vegas Boulevard. And you know, it used to be that even the showgirls and people like that, you know, people dressed like Michael Jackson, or nice showgirls with nice costumes, they used to be pretty cool. Hey, you just give a little bit of a tip and they're having, now they demand like 20 bucks each if there's a girl on each side of you. And then, I mean, I can appreciate the costuming and things, and they're beautiful. But I think a tip is a tip, and it's all become, the whole town has just become a shakedown. It's just become a money shakedown, in my opinion. You know, paying, what was it, $50 to park at the Sphere and all that. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I wish I could go back to the Vegas of the 60s too. right? I had a little bit of a taste of that in like 1999 with this when the Stardust was still there. That was a great taste. But should you go to Vegas? Absolutely, positively, you should go to Vegas. If nothing else, you should go for the food experience. You don't always have to go on the strip. Okay, look at what I've been doing. The food reviews that I'm putting up and the stuff like that. The further we've gotten off strip, the better the values, the better the food, the younger the chefs, the more adventurous. When they're charging you $30 for a breakfast buffet, now how much are you going to eat at breakfast? Okay, even the most ambitious person, they're going to grab a helping of eggs. Maybe they grab 10 sausage links, and maybe they grab, a whole grabber of bacon. And then what do you, then you have an omelet, right? And then you have coffee and you have some orange juice. And guess what? You have a bagel and you're done, right? I mean, it's like a whole, so what are you getting for your money? You're never going to cheat the buffets there, ever, ever, ever. And when you go to those real high end ones, I mean, you can ask a man to hug and kiss, and they'll tell you they're great and all that. But you start watching some of the YouTube videos of people that actually live down there and then do reviews, you'll see that everything is always to try to bring the quality of the material down. You think you're going in for king crab legs? They just call it crab legs now because they're giving you opilio crabs or some crappy crab. They're going to salt that water like crazy. So by the time you've eaten your third salted crab leg, you're like, you're just filling yourself up on water, right? There's executive chefs and people down there that sit with general management and just say, look, what can we do to speed up this process and reduce the food people are eating? Well, we'll just salt the hell out of the water that the crab legs are in, right? So people have less of it. So, and let's face it, shrimp's not really that expensive when you go to a buffet. Like, I know, but they'll charge you they'll charge you, $15, $18 for a shrimp cocktail that has 4 shrimp in it. Right. I go at it all the time. I go to the Vietnamese store and I get a pound of shrimp for $9. Right. Throw that in and I'm good to go. I mean, I know what am I born in the morning? They were using real silver dollars. That was it, Duncan. That would be it. Yeah, everything's farmed out now, Kale. Right. Now oysters are $2 a pop. Come on, right? I mean, all that crap's being shipped over to Asia now. All the best stuff is gone over there, right? And hitting the tables over there. So I don't know. So to answer your question, yes, you should definitely go to visit Las Vegas, okay? For me, I take great pleasure in being a lowrider. I like to see, just be down at a basic room. I don't need a lot of luxury tub to soak in. And I mean, it's just like I go outside, I'll just get on Google. I'll say breakfast restaurants near me and I look them up. I mean, I've gone to there's been got a lot of reviews. Right? Yeah, fresh crab should taste sweet and garlicky and no salt. Well, Catherine, that they're salting it like crazy, right? I mean, because the more salt they put in, the more you're going to be filling up on water. If you ever go to a buffet place, you'll notice that a few waiters that are there, they're always bringing water pitchers around and filling up your water. I mean, it's part of the whole. It's part of the whole deal. Now, I think if you want to really have fun, you go to places like Italy. Yeah, they really do that, Kale. They oversalt those legs, right? I mean, you think they don't want people up there just piled this high on a plate just time after time after time, right? They want to wear you out. That's the whole deal with the whole thing. So. Yeah, and you're not going to get butter. you're gonna get oil, right? You're gonna get liquefied oil that has a butter flavor to it. They're not gonna give you real. Maybe at the Wynn, maybe Caesars, right? Bellagio, they're gonna give you real butter. No, Chimay can't eat any shellfish, man. Yes, Maryland crabs. There you go. Steam them up, man. What a crime to boil them. Steam them up, baby. That's it. Oh, I miss my soft crab sandwich, my crab cakes, my hard crabs, crab feast, beer, chicken, fried chicken, and corn. Oof. Oof. This is like the worst place I've ever lived in my life for seafood here. I mean, it's just I might as well be in Paducah, Iowa, or something for all the seafood that's around here. Uh, don't say yeah. You can't say that word. The M word is off limits, right? So if you're gonna go, enjoy yourself. Stay at a nice midline place that is not, a medium strip property. It doesn't have to be high end. My mom loves going to the buffet. That's cool, right? Oh man, Eastern Shore corn and Eastern Maryland fried chicken, Eastern Shore style on the plantations. Wow. Down in Kentucky, that's what they used to feature on the menu down there was Maryland fried chicken. Before there was Kentucky fried chicken. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's exactly what it is, Rio. That's not real. That's not butter they're putting on that theater popcorn, right? I don't know because I can't control my portions. Yeah, I don't know. Well, you're younger, honey, so for me, I think as I'm older, I don't really care about. I don't eat that much. I went out with Mr. Z and his family were kind enough to invite me to Sunday. They have a tradition of having Sunday breakfast. They go out to have breakfast, and his mom and dad, and then his nice looking sister there, and we go to the original pancake house, and I ordered blueberry waffles. It was like a thirteen bucks or something. Man, they bring out one. This looked like a turkey platter with like 4 or 5 thick blueberries. I just look at that and my heart just sank. This is no way, right? I always have to remember to ask for half portions of some of this stuff because it's atrocious to waste up hydrogen. I know, Kale. You can look at my review. Just maybe Chimay or one of my Scottish can find it of the Blueberry Hill restaurant in Las Vegas. And when they brought out that plate with whipped cream, and I just looked at that, and I looked at the waitress, and she looked at me, and I looked back at her, and she looked at me, and she just said, "I know," right? You look at my review of Blueberry Hill, it was like, ooh, I broke my cardinal rule of not, I don't even know if it's decadent. They weren't even that good, Kale, right? I'm saying they were not the M word, right? So, but the portion was huge, right? So it's not like you guys saw me make blueberry muffins the other day, and they were fully loaded. They had so much blueberry in those babies. It was good, and I was able to control the sugar and only use half a cup instead of a full cup of sugar for the recipe. But wow, I mean portion control. I don't know. No. So I think that breakfast buffets are the biggest waste. Yeah, there's the Blueberry Hill. Take a look and just see. Look at me when I get that food. Look at me when that plate's put down in front of me, man, and just look at the size of the portion that Blueberry Hill put down. It's like now they think that they're doing you a favor, the more the merrier, right? But wow, wow. Well, they're putting the shrimp in baggies. My grandmother would used to wrap chicken up in rolls and stuff, put it in her pocketbook. And she got older, she'd put the pocketbook on the shelf, and it would just she'd forget about it. And come July, come July, we'd get a snootful of that, man. The one good thing about my grandmother on my mother's side, man, she liked to have her Mount Vernon whiskey with her eggnog in that time of year. I mean, it was a nice, real nice tradition, right? I don't even know if they make Mount Vernon whiskey anymore. I don't know. So do go to Vegas. Just be careful. Everything is expensive. Blueberry Blessings Bookstore. Yeah, it's right next to it. I mean, they got a nice gift shop there. People were very nice. But Lord, Carol, look at the size of the place. I'd never in my life imagined I would be sitting down at a breakfast that big, right? Yeah, there's the word that you cannot say on there. Like, in a movie theater, it's tradition, exactly. But boy, oh boy, Vegas has changed a lot. Vegas has changed a lot. I can see a lot of things in the future that are going to have to be undone slowly, like paying to park and other things. Because let's face it, in the times of these rents that people are paying and rates on mortgages and car loans, there's probably just not quite the amount of disposable income for the average person that there used to be. So it's a lot when you go someplace and they ask you, yeah, I mean, we could share. Okay. Better yet, just ask for a half portion, right? That way you get all the goodness of the pancakes without having to think to yourself that you're just going to bloat yourself up. I hate having a breakfast that makes me, I mean, try going out in the Vegas heat after you've had breakfast at about 10 o'clock and it's already 104 or 105 degrees outside and you're all feeling bloated from your breakfast. Go all the time. Yeah, there you go, Mary. I mean, yeah, you just have that feeling in the heat, like you got all those carbs in your belly now. And you're just looking around and you're sweating like a toad. No, sorry. I hate being bloated in the heat. Well, you know the feeling. The first year I moved to Hawaii, the time I moved to Hawaii in 1996. And I remember we went to, I guess it was, Hawaii has like they would have the holiday buffet, right? All the big hotels on the beach would have the holiday. And we went to the Pacific Beach Hotel there and they had the buffet and stuff. And I remember it was like, maybe it was Christmas or something. And I remember leaving there and I hit the hot, humid outside in December, all bloated. Man, that was the worst feeling. Shimei. That was the first. I think, Shimei, you would have been hard pressed on that. You would have been hard pressed. Yeah, you can't eat a buffet and go out in the heat and humidity of the rare times the trade winds aren't blowing in Hawaii, and there you are leaving, and you're just absolutely bloated when you leave the place. You know, you feel like a waddling pig when you're walking out, right? I mean, it's just like stick a fork in me or something. Serve me up at the luau. And then they have that horrific poi. Oh my God. I think it's like an emperor's new clothes thing. They try to convince each other that it tastes good. It's like eating, I don't know what the hell it is. Like Elmer's like eating Play-Doh or something. Right? I mean, I'm just like, what the hell is this, man? Oh, this is Super Ono. This Hawaiian tradition, man. It's the kind, right? Who the Hallies are. Well, it's not a real friendly place to go to. Plus, post-pandemic, people overran. They overran Italy. They overran Greece. And man, what a disaster! I mean, you're going on tour and you're trying to see the Parthenon in okay, Michigan won. I thought that they would. You're trying to see the Parthenon in Athens, right? And there's like 5,000 people there. You can't get a picture without head in, right? Hey, Brian. So, after 9 months in Hawaii, I was glad to get out of there. I think I broke my lease 3 months early to leave, to just paid it off and paid half off and just split. Heat of a Phoenix sun. The heat feels good for about 5 minutes. Coming out of a cold over air conditioner into the heat. Yeah, I like the heat. I like the heat. What's up, Dory Lynn? I do enjoy the heat, but I just want to. Um, you have to eat less when it's that hot. Especially, you got to really make sure that you're not doing a lot of carbs. Hey, North. Hey, Queen. I don't know what's going on with the notifications, right? I mean, Ronnie was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, and he was saying that there's something glitchy with the notifications. But you guys know I'm usually live this time every day. So I don't know what YouTube is all about and what they're doing. All right. It's another year. So to answer long-windedly, yes, you should go to visit Las Vegas. But some of the coolest stuff I've found is outside of Vegas, right? Especially there's a cool little town called Blue Diamond, right? I mean, that's a cool little town. I've seen some cool little stuff around it. Henderson, I love Henderson. I think that's a great place to live. I mean, I might take a room there for February. I'm not sure. But if I commute into downtown in the morning, I mean, the traffic is just like, it's horrendous coming in from Henderson into downtown. Good Lord. But that's just the way it is over there. So we'll see. See if I can get something downtown. Maybe stay at the Dragon Motel, right? I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, I like Henderson too, and I like Boulder. Boulder's a great place to visit. It doesn't even feel like Las Vegas. It's such a totally different vibe there. It's like a lot of stuff is closed up today. I don't think the train's running either. But do go and enjoy yourself. I tend to be a person that likes downtown more than the strip because it's more compact. You have more changes in venue. You got the Circa that opened there, which is pretty cool. The Golden Nugget, which at least tries very hard to stay up with the other hotels. What about going to courtside to the Rock and Gem set? Well, we have a Rock and Gem show around here. I'm going to be honest with you. If I ever have a chance to pick up and finance a VW, the hell's the name of that RV, the VW Rialta. If I ever have a chance to pick up a Rialta, then I will be back in the boondocking in a major way. But this van, although I've boondocked a lot in this thing, not in the last couple of years with the pandemic, but there's a big difference between being in here and there's a big difference to being in an RV, right? The rock and gym. Well, I'm gonna be honest, Desert. I'm a city person. I mean, what am I gonna do with the rock, right? I mean, I can appreciate the beauty of it, right? The magical powers of it. Yeah, the Coachman's great, but I just can't get myself all hep up about rocks and gems. But that's just me. A lot of people enjoy that kind of stuff, right? I'd rather go to a fashion show. What are the coming fashions of bikinis for 2024, right? Take me to that show, right? I mean, hey, Thomas, how are you? Going to rest her? Oh, I'm sorry, laryngitis. Good to see you, Thomas. I hope you feel better real soon, okay? Right? So, yeah, if I can get a Rialta for a decent price. Now, RV sales have declined radically over the last year or so, but I don't know, I mean, they just went very out of sight during the pandemic, and now we have a lot of people that are pressed for housing, so they're living full time. I got this guy, you can see him right behind me. He's got his Lazy Days Class C RV. This dude keeps this thing shined up and polished and in such good shape, and he sleeps here every single night. He's boondocking out here. I mean, he's got a good deal going, right? He's got that nice Chevy engine, and he's got, he keeps it in good shape, right? So do I want to go back to boondocking again? Of course I do. Of course I do. I've got almost 121,000 miles on the van. Their highway miles, I've always meticulously kept the oil changed, and even better than intervals in here. So it's running well. Hey, Ray. But it ain't going to be forever. And what is that going to leave me? It's going to leave me with the Kia with 198,000 miles on it. Right. Although I think the Boston Janet replaced every part of the engine that could be replaced in the whole underneath the hood on that. They poured a ton into that, catalytic converters, a whole new top side. I mean, they put so much stuff into that. Hey, Roger. Well, not quite the last name is yours. You have an extra E in there. My grandma's name is O'Kelly. It's smaller, and it's a unibody construction. It's fiberglass. It's just the right size. I never felt comfortable driving even a Coachman. The thing's 8,000 pounds, okay? And then I had the big rolling Rancho, was 12,000 pounds, 6 tons. I mean, come on, man. If you're ever out and the brakes fail on that baby, or he gets somebody that just hits the brakes suddenly with and that's got the big old 455 cubic inch big block. I mean, the thing swills gas like there's no tomorrow. Right? I mean, give me a break. So I'll probably end up having to get a salvage title one or something like that. Probably. Who is that? Fundy, it's hard to read your name. It gets, yeah, but Joni, I'm going very far from home, honey. I'm going 600 miles, and I'm, right? You should check out Mezcal. Hey, I'm going to tell you what, Crow, you should check out Lone Pine, California. There's no place in the United States that's filmed more Western movies there than at Lone Pine. And it's a very cool town. They have the Museum of Western Film History there, which is amazing. You have the Alabama Hills, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Roy Rogers, Dale Evans, I can't tell you how many movies, but I've been to Tucson before. And I've been to Los Algodones. I've been all around that area. San Luis. I mean, I've been to 4 ports of entry for Mexico. Those GMs they are a work of art. They're the only motorhomes that were ever designed by one of the big three, from engineering to building. So the quality is very good. My GMC had an inboard vacuum cleaner, central vacuum cleaner. It had a dishwasher. The thing was unbelievable. Unbelievable with the appointments. But it's a big rig, man. It's a big, 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 big rig. Right? I mean, that 455, that big block. And the thing that worried me most about those GMC RVs, if those transmissions, if that front wheel drive goes bad, you're looking at a fortune, and you're looking at a scarcity of parts. Right, those big front wheel drive, those Buick Tornado drives. Yeah, the floor plan is great. The question is, when am I going to get my hands on one? Right? Now that's something I could take all around the country. I would probably have to get a high mileage one, in which case I'd just pull the engine, send it out, just drop a rebuilt engine and transmission in, and just, start it fresh. That's why I don't watch movies. I don't know. I guess I missed something in that. Out in the West Texas, down of El Paso. So the Rialta is the one that I want the most. I think VW builds a very, very dependable. 300,000 miles, that's nice. It's, I can feel it in my, I feel it in my toes. I always will. Do 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 do. But it's nice to have an onboard generator. It's nice to have a Suburban propane heater. It's nice to have a three-way fridge that runs off 12 volts propane or shore side power. I mean, it's always great to have something like that. And to tell you the truth, I really miss boondocking and RVing. Right? It's a blast. Yeah. Now the beautiful thing about this vehicle that I'm in now, I could park in front. I parked many times in front of the mayor of Reno's house, and all anybody thinks it's some tradesman, just a plumber or electrician out on a job doing something. People could care less. Best thing about boondocking is breakfast. Well, the good thing about boondocking is if you get your Planet Fitness, you get in there, you get yourself all cleaned up, you can shower, and you don't have to use all your water. Seeing the sunrise is great. Yeah, cooking is fun when you're out. I did a lot of cooking on the road. I carry my own generator and stuff for running an electric hot plate. I guess maybe we'll try to go out and boondock here. Yeah, Julie Army Mom comments on all my videos. She doesn't really come in that often. The moon caused that, Naomi. The high tide was caused by the moon. You're at the point when it comes to December when the moon is closest to the Earth. They used to have a 500,000 mile club for the Beetle, but yeah, boondocking would be fun. Yeah, I've done it before. I went for 25 days in 2019, boondocking all up through the Midwest, Michigan, Buffalo, Toronto. I can feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Oh, boo, 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 I always will. Do, 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 do. It's fun until you have to go to the washroom. Well, for me, hey man, I'm not going to campsites and stuff where I'm going to be torn apart by some wild barnyard animals or so. Okay, I'm gonna be like parked outside. I'm gonna be within really close proximity of like a Walmart or a Target or something like that. Okay. There's no way I'm risking life and limb. I don't care if I'm in the ghetto, man. I feel safer there than out where some wild bands of weirdo deer or something could tear you apart because they have maybe rabies or something like that, or they got some weird disease and they're just not seeing things properly. Hey Noreen, how you doing? Happy New Year. What's that noise? Yeah, you get thug deer that are around. You don't know what the hell they're gonna do. Oh, oh, deer are nice. You can pet them. Yeah, if you have IBS or to. Yeah, I don't have IBS or anything like that. Hooked on Fanties. I don't. I'd have to say my bowel habits are extraordinarily conventional in that regard. Right. It's like my doctor says, you're medically boring. Yeah, the MS-13 deer, they might as well have LA, be wearing little LA thug hats on them. Well, I don't know if I'm lucky, Noreen. I don't think most people have IBS, right? Uh, I get a little touch of the wind every once in a while, but, that's about it. But that's one of my long-term goals is to get the RV rolling again. IBS and camping. Man, I'm not going to any campsite or anything. These weirdos like out of horror movies stalking around with axes and cutting up. Are you kidding me? I'd rather see a hood thug come up with point a heater at me sideways than to have some nut with an axe in the campsite next to me. I got to keep one eye on this dude like 24/7. Right? You kidding me? I'm gonna be honest, guys. Some of the biggest weirdos I ever met were in campsites and stuff. I'm just saying. I've gone to some trailer parks that it would pop your wig off in Florida and places like that. I went to some places that literally your wig would pop off your head when you saw some of these places, all overgrown with moss and clocks that haven't run since 1937 on the walls, and just like everything's all moldy, and the old ladies just come out, they have cigarette hanging out of their mouth, they don't wear a bra, and their boobs are down to their knees, and they got a halter top on, and I'm just like, oh my god, right? I mean, I went to a place in Drury, and I were going around in 2019. You can see it on video. It looked like something out of a horror movie, right? Like the old lady's like, what do you want? Like, nothing right now, right? A cigarette and a Budweiser. It's like 9:15 in the morning, right? She's 6 deep in. Yeah, the hills have eyes. I mean, what do I need to sign up for that stuff in life? All of a sudden, it's going to be like a life and death situation. It's some weirdo. I'd rather take my chances on the streets. And with the streets, I mean, if I want to go to a restaurant, I could do, you do food reviews. It's easy. You bed down for the night. You got no big issues. Yeah, Dory Lane, I don't know, honey. There's the one I went to with Drury with the weird clock. It looked like the witch's house there. I mean, it was the weirdest looking thing. And it's like, I don't know, everything had a slime growing on it, and it's just like, I mean, I'm getting kind of mental flashbacks now of this. George, oh, this might be a nice place for you to live. I'm like, really? Like, yeah, it's probably in your budget range. Right, thanks, Dory. Right, well, you seem a little pressed against it all the time. He's like, but that's what makes good content. Always stay close to the ground. You got a mouthpiece on you, right? Keep it simple, keep it rugged. People love that stuff, right? Yeah, people love to see in your misery, right? It's like I was in Detroit and Chicago, and there was a heat wave warning, all the billboards, heat warning advisory, right? It was 90% humidity. Going to bed, it was 101 degrees outside. Now, Mr. X did offer, you can sleep in the air-conditioned Monaco, but I didn't want to put him to a lot of trouble. Thank goodness. Did Patricia Wakefield sent me a little battery fan. I was able to put that thing above there and just, because you can't have the windows down, right? And boy, but you wake up in the morning, you feel gruesome, right? I need to get to Planet Fitness so fast to get a shower. Whoa. And everything's all slimy. The sheets are wet, and oh wow, right? It's like a disease farm. Yeah, sometimes you just can't. I can survive with that AC, right? I've proven I can survive with that AC. You look at my 2019 Midwest van expedition. I don't know, but that was like 5,000 miles or something. 104, so hit the thumb. Yeah, let's hit that thumbs up. It's very appreciated. Well, you just, you just got to suck it up, right? But I had that little fan that you could charge up, and it would run all night, and that was enough to get me through that heat. Now I'm really worried, next summer when I'm traveling, I don't have any AC in the van here. That blew out, so I don't know what that's going to mean. Oh, camp at a hotel, and they make heat and AC available now. I don't know, but I just enjoy pulling into a parking on a city street or something like that. Most times they're not going to mess with you unless you're pulling in with a huge Class A, or you got a big Class C and you're right, or you got a nosy neighbor that's looking at you. But when I park this thing, I got nobody cares at all. It's the fingers. I feel it in my toes. I always will. Do 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 do. Hey, Andrew Hondro, Happy New Year to you, my man. Happy New Year down in West Virginia. I used to put a clipboard on a dash. Guess what? Guess what, Fundy? I go, and I would always have a empty soda bottle on top of it, and nobody would think, God, there's nothing to get in that van, right? Always keep the clipboard around. Right. Oh, yeah. I remember going blazing I'd be so when I never again. That's a young man's game. Yeah, I always put paper on it. I have work orders where I bought material for doing electrical work, and I stick it right on top of it. Right. Oh, thank you very much, Andrew. I appreciate it. So tomorrow I'm going to finish up some work on that cracked garage floor to put the top coat of filler into it, and that should be a short job tomorrow. And then I think I'm going to go, do some afternoon metal detecting weather. I don't know if it's going to be raining tomorrow or not. I don't know. Been kind of dodging raindrops here. No, I've tried to break myself of the AC habit. If it was I have actually commercial plates on here. Well, it's, if the good news here, Andrew, if I find an old coin, it's usually a San Francisco mint. So I've found quite a few valuable 1927S, 1921S, Lincoln Penny. I mean, I've found some valuable stuff out here. Yeah, for me, I broke the habit, just like I broke myself of the habit of using heat in wintertime, of not running the heater. Right, I had that on at like 64 degrees last night. I had to turn it off last night. I was miserable. Right, sitting in there, I just turned it off. I shut it off. Well, this is classified as a commercial tradesman van, Ronnie, so they automatically just they give you the commercial plates. So I can park at yellow curbs and things like that. Those some tough people, yeah. They might have to survive in the future without AC. You don't really know what the future holds, right? We don't know what the energy situation is going to be like. I have no idea, really. But I do know in Las Vegas, like on a July or June, July, August, once that sun goes down and you'll have that evening breeze kicks up, and even when it drops from like 117 down to like 90, 96 degrees, it actually feels like the air conditioning is on. You actually get goosebumps. You feel like you're being chilled. I love the desert at night in summertime. I absolutely, positively love that feeling of the desert at night. You get that breeze across the desert. Oh, it just feels so good at night. I wouldn't sleep out on account of wild animals tearing you to pieces, but I'm saying it's a nice feeling, at least when it's sitting out there for a while, that you sit in, you get a camp chair and you sit in that. And, you just watch the sunset and you just enjoy the breeze tends to come up, and it's a beautiful thing. All I need is an Elizabeth shoe next to me. That's all. Oh, as long as you're in shorts with the breeze. Yeah, I just love it. We only find Indians over here someplace or battlefield. Yeah, there's no national park that you can ever go metal detecting in. Yeah, I don't have AC in my van, so you have a concealed carry. Why the heck is? I don't know. I guess I can carry. It depends on the state, right? I love Elizabeth shoe in a one-piece black, yeah, high cut. Yeah, it's amazing how I remember the detail. The capacity of the human mind to remember is astounding, right? And the capacity of the human mind to forget is infinite. Uh, she just looked like a solid, sweet, all-American girl next door type, right? Which is always my favorite, right? I never went for the supermodel Kardashians and yeah. Look at her in Leaving Las Vegas with Nicolas Cage, which I thought was a underrated but outstanding movie. Just absolutely outstanding movie. That and Hard Eight, which nobody really watches much anymore. Hard Eight's another great earlier Vegas movie. Oh, she had good acting chops too. I thought that was one of the most sensual scenes when they were out in the desert at the Desert Song Motel or whatever. The Kardashians all getting older, but well, I don't have anything against. I give all kinds of credit to the mother. The hell's her name? I don't know. Right. She's just done a wonderful job of managing them and bringing along the next generation. But I think America's fascination with the second generation is not as much with the first ones. Yeah, Armenians always look good. That's it. Kris Kardashian. She's done a wonderful job. I mean, I mean, I have to admire success, and I've never heard it. I'm not sure about their. I question a lot of their romantic entanglements, which is exactly what they've been, is entanglements. But I enjoy the work ethic that they have. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, they have no talent. Well, I mean, it's if you're an Armenian girl, I mean, go to little Armenia in LA, right? You see all these beautiful jet black hair and big dark eyes, and I mean, who's to say what talent is? I don't know. As I recall, Kim Kardashian just started as a model, right? I mean, that's what she was, and then she had a lot of work done on her rear end and other things. As far as Caitlyn Jenner is concerned, I don't know. I don't see her as particularly being a happy. Doesn't strike me as a particularly happy person. I don't know. Rosie O'Kelly and oof. But I admire the work ethic. But I never liked that Scott Dijic or whatever they always name Disc or whatever his name. I didn't like a lot of Odom. There's a lot of questionable relationships on there. I thought Kanye West, that was a difficult relationship. Well, I watched my Kardashian stuff. If I'm around somebody that's got Netflix, my go-to is always selling Sunset or selling OC. You want to see some self-absorbed, beautiful young people selling real estate in 20, 30, 50, 60, 70 million dollar homes and stuff. You talk about vultures. Well, most Americans live in a dream world. Oh, Kelly and Kale's like life is too short to watch. Kale's like I lose a few brain cells if I tune in. But selling Sunset is interesting as a study in greed and competitiveness, and then the selling OC, selling Orange County, and that's why I think Jason Oppenheim was brilliant. He's pitched this series to Netflix. Hey, I'm going to put all these good-looking realtors into these things, and they're going to build their own drama and stuff. And they're competitive. They're always gossiping and talking about each other behind their back and spreading calumny and rumors and all that kind of stuff. So I suggest anybody with Netflix just go look up selling Sunset or selling OC. One of my YouTube shorts was to go see the Oppenheim real estate office on Sunset Boulevard. Do 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 do. Having a beautiful. That's it. Well, check out the. I don't think you have Netflix. I don't know if you got Netflix over there now, but Selling Sunset. Very, very self-absorbed people. Oh, woohoo! Chloe, you had Kim, the second sister, Courtney, and then you had Chloe. Chloe used to be the clunky one, I think. Prime though. I don't have anything. I mean, I just if I'm down at my visiting my daughter, I'll just glom onto her stuff, her Netflix. I'm not sure what channel. I watched the Cardano. A lot of the folks use that now. They use stone, but they use copper and tin. They were bad, and everyone whites came to the new world. Yeah, you find interesting stuff around there. Hey, Colleen, but you got to go down to places like Matewan, down in Hurricane, and old mining towns and old coal places like that. You got to run your metal detector around those towns where they use script and tokens and all that kind of crap. I mean, that's really cool. You got to go to those towns, but a lot of those places have been hunted out. That's why I tell my book, Street Metal Detecting, it tells people you got to hit the streets, right? Any little plot of grass or dirt, that's where you're going to find good stuff. That book is done quite well. I might have to put out a revised edition. Yeah, you find a lot of good mining. That's what I would hit. See, you want to metal detect like Harper's Ferry, but all of these all these places are like protected national parks and state parks and all that stuff. Yeah, I self-published the book and it's done quite well. I published it in May of 2021, and it's done quite well. It's in a lot of hobby shops now, and it's almost becoming a standard metal detecting book now because it introduces something new into the hobby that's not done. Most of these metal detectors are going to go at the parks and schools or beaches. They're going to find the same old, same old. The coolest stuff I've ever found has been in next to city sidewalks. But there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way, and you can get in a lot of confrontational problems with people, especially these dopes that think that they own the streets and stuff. I can feel it in the doo-doo. I feel it in my toes. Mm-mm. I always love you. I always will. Do 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 do. Mm. The nice thing about this Christmas season is I managed to watch a few Christmas. I managed to watch about 6 versions of Scrooge, which I love this story. And I watched a few like romantic holiday movies too, which was nice. But I did not watch Scrooged again with Bill Murray, which I feel kind of deprived. Then there was Amanda Hug and Kiss will probably know. There was a movie that Chevy Chase did when he moved up to Vermont. I don't know if it seemed like it was a Christmas movie. I don't think it got great reviews. And they weren't really, they had a hard time being accepted in Vermont, or a small town in Vermont or something. A lot of times if you're like a famous person and you move into a small town, it's like there's you can have a wall up between you and the locals. I'm not even on live chat here. We always climb down into the canals in Phoenix when they drain them for rain and found all kinds of weird stuff. Groundhog Day. The name of the book is called Street Metal Detecting. Yeah, A Christmas in Vermont. Amanda, did you ever see that movie? It was a Hallmark. Wow, I'm surprised Hallmark did that. Yeah, mini balls and all that stuff. Yeah, loved it. Yeah, it's cool stuff. Funny Farm. I've heard that Chevy Chase is a very difficult actor to get along with. Yeah, I think I saw it. I think I saw it on TV, but it struck me as just a kind of a contrived movie. So I was like, you know, given the choice between, you know, I can't remember what the movie with Kathy Bates and James Caan was. Right? Oh, you traded it for a gun? I still have my 2008 Whites XLT still running strong. Still running strong. Misery, yeah. And Mr. Z gave me a really nice holster with a nice detent for my Glock 19. Yeah, I heard that Chevy Chase is very difficult to work with. I don't know. I mean, Vermont is so beautiful. I don't know. It just seems too rural and frightening to me up there. Right? You're really getting out in untamed and uncharted wilderness when you're up there. Unless you're like at a Ben and Jerry's or something like that. I don't know. I guess it'd be all right in some Montpelier or something like that. I guess it'd be all right. Otherwise, it seems like a very, very hostile, inhospitable place to live. It's not that scary. Okay, well, I haven't been to Vermont before. It's a state I haven't been to. I've been to every state in New England except Vermont. So probably I'm not correct about it. What am I? Am I a maple sugar maker? What am I going to do, right? Stowe is beautiful with great skiing. I bet they're not skiing this year. I'll bet they're sitting around with their thumbs up their bums, like waiting like something out of White Christmas, waiting for it to snow for the general. I'm dreaming of a white. It is rural for sure. What am I going to buy, a dairy farm? I'm going to get my hands in on that, really? Montpelier. I mean, it'd be cool to see. I don't know. I mean, what are you going to do? Henry 40 for a brass reserve. There was a good trade with a little cash on the trade. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I got a video coming up, Andrew, of I took the Walther down to Vegas just to do a little bit of shooting. I enjoyed Mr. Z with his shotgun rifle. That was cool. Blasting out 10 rounds with that thing. Boy, there ain't gonna be nothing left on the battlefield after that thing clears away. I got the coolest thumbnail for it too. But I like my little Walther for just plinking. It's fun. It's a good carry for the hood. Hey Jennifer, I'm not gonna kill anybody probably, but I could make somebody turn tail pretty good. Went alpine skiing back now I just crash and lay there. I'm a good skier. I always try to talk Janet into going up to Tahoe to ski, but she said she'd rather sit in the lodge next to the fireplace talking to cute guys or something. So, right. I'm out there swishing. So I don't know. Vermont's a mystery to me. I don't know. New York's a state I want to explore a lot more, especially upstate New York and western New York. I want to boondock in Westchester. I want to park in front of some rich person's house. Right? Take an Uncle Eddie RV and put it in front of the house and just walk away and leave it. Oh my Lord. What the hell is in the front yard? Somebody got company here? Yeah, I'd like to see Rochester, see the Kodak Museum there. I'd like to go along the Erie Canal. Buffalo I enjoyed a lot. My friend, My friend visited, took me around to Lockport, New York, and it was all cool right on Lake Ontario and stuff. It looks like my kind of scene. Bella Rose, you see her coming here once in a while. I hope she's doing well. She had a heart attack, I think the beginning of last year. I've been to downstate Michigan. I've been up to Detroit and Battle Creek. Yeah, it's cool, but I haven't gone north of that. That's what destroyed my windshield. A million little chips of stone on my windshield. Yeah, Bella Rose is she still can she still she comments on my she comes in once in a while. Really, really nice gal. Her and her husband Brad took us all around Lockport. It's great. One of the nicest people I met. Walther. Yeah, I have a 22 Walther. The war bring back. I just like it because to me it's a great little woman's piece to carry along with a 38 Smith and Wesson police special. I think it's the ultimate defense for a woman. To never jam, never fail, never have any feed problems. Just totally dependable. Hey, how you doing, Colleen? Hey, Tara. Happy New Year, my girl. How are you? Good to see you. I always thought, why can't I wait till Tara comes back again, right? Tara's November visit. You better put it on the calendar for 2024. No. Oh man, he got a street sweeper. Alan, wait till you see the muzzle blast out of this thing. Yes, I've been to Amsterdam. I sure have. Thank you, Michael. Wait till you see the thumbnail of me standing next to Mr. Z when he's firing off that that shotgun. Good Lord. The whole range just comes to a total standstill. Everybody's got to walk over and see what this, even the people that are firing the big magnums and stuff, they have to put the piece down and come over and see what the hell he's firing over. I mean, man, oh man, you ought to see what this thing, wait till you see what this thing did to the target. Wow. I mean, I'm not going to fire that thing, man. It ripped my shoulder to pieces. I won't even fire a shotgun unless I'm firing it like Granny Clampett from the side. Hell no. I no more put a 12 gauge up to my shoulder than fly around the moon, man. I did that in Nevada. And, when I was out there with Elvis, I paid a price for that. Missy Jen got a frozen shoulder. No, no, dude. No, no. No recoil pads. I'm not getting involved in all that crap. Mr. Z's like Mitch Miller to me. Follow the bouncing ball. I'm not firing this. I have no interest in that. I want to go down a hallway. I don't want to be wielding a long barrel rifle or shotgun. I want to have a really easy to wield handgun. No, I'm not shooting a shotgun. The hell with that. One and done. My preference is always, I'm accurate at, I'm accurate at, you get 50 yards out, I'm still going to get something into you. At least with my local range here, you can go all the way out to 100 yards on the range. I always enjoy very long range handgun shooting. No, I don't have any interest in that, right? Tara's got a super big field piece. She's got the big Magnum. I'm not in for, it's not the equivalent of a male piece for me, right? It's just something that you carry. It's not my whole masculinity is vested in this gun. So every time after Christmas, you got to steer clear of the ranges these hood rats will get their little Asian girlfriends, their little Mexican girlfriends, their little Caucasian girlfriend. They'll buy these big 44 Magnums and stuff, and they'll love to take their girlfriend out, who's 105 pounds and 5 feet 2, and have her shoot that thing, and she goes over backwards. I had a guy offer me 6K for one in a Flintlock, Kentucky. Right, Smith. He was famous for his pot rifle. He made what they were works of art. Yeah, well, that's the way I feel. Hey, Justin, happy New Year. That's the way I feel about the 1873 Winchester. I would love to have an 1873 Winchester, the gun that won the West. But I ain't gonna get it. A rifle I'll shoot. A shotgun? Hell no. Hell no. Putting that thing up to my shoulder, I'll shoot it from my side like Granny Clampett. Hell no. They charge a fortune for that ammo, though. Even the buckshot, I think it was like $1.50 a round for that thing. It was $17. It was $1.70 of 10 rounds was $17 for that. I'm firing off even my 100 rounds of 22s LR, $15. That's crap. Used to be $5-6 for that. Oof. Now California's mucked stuff up with their new concealed carry. You can't go into public places and all that, because just stand by until the Court of Appeals overturns that. Same old nonsense. The governor ought to worry more about the $60 billion budget deficit while he's tooling around and preening for the cameras. A lot of reliable Glock clones out of Glock patents are out of time. Well, you're not paying that much money, right, for a Glock. Yeah, it was surprisingly quiet here last night. We had about 5 minutes, and it was pretty weak to make each forge a lock engraved. Each one, it took a year. Well, okay, well, right. Look at some pepper guns. I mean, look at the engraving on some of them. But I have an original 1873 Winchester. Winchester's the one that introduced the repeating rifle, so that was quite an engineering breakthrough. Yeah, I know in Vegas, Justin, but here it was surprising in the hood. Of course, now I was inside. Last year I was sitting outside. Plus, I had a few beers under my belt too. $9 a beer at local bar. Oh, hell no. I'd rather drink in the comfort, safety of my own home than to go out and pay that kind of tariff for a beer. Yeah, I'm showing Mr. Z a Ruger, but my Walther's damn accurate. You're going to see how I did with that. I pulled a little bit to the left. My Walther's, everything was in the meat, though. Everything was in the meat. But I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. That's a cool video. Just to see him firing off that shotgun rifle. Grammy Clampett, love shotgun new, gonna get the Glock, just about to settle in and chat. Yeah, the Glock's good. if I have a loved one and it asks me my advice and she's female, I'm going to tell her to get a revolver for if she's particularly interested in defense. I need something that's absolutely not going to leave her in a lurch of jam or top hatting or stove piping or some type of feeding problem. Safety on, safety. You pick up a revolver, you pull the trigger, and it's going to fire. Okay, I can't always say that no matter what the handgun is. 38 Police Special is the ultimate female defense weapon. Okay, foolproof. When you absolutely positively have to count on something, a revolver is going to pull you through every single time. Okay, you start mucking around with a Glock, and no, it's cool. It's got the cool factor to it, but if you really want to defend yourself, right, that's going to be the next piece I procure is a 38, but they run perilously low around here, so. After the holiday, there'll be a lot of people that have sold them into there, so. And that will be my de facto carry piece. But I can't add another one to the, I have to go get range qualified. You're only allowed to have 3 in this state, so I'd have to drop one out. This state and their goofy rules. Ugh. I have to go through the whole requalification again later this year. Sit in a freezing classroom or 8 hours of instruction. That's the one I own. Flintlock and shotguns. We can be the longer the barrel, the better the accuracy, provided your iron sights are good, right? I mean, what the hell? These days, if you have a properly dialed in red dot or blue dot, oof, man, I would crap my pants if I saw that blue dot moving around me. Fire on me, probably not, won't be appropriate. 90. Yeah, you don't need to have a lot of stuff. I mean, if you can't bring somebody down in 5 rounds and just lay on the ground and just tell them to finish it off. But the legalities of carrying a weapon, I tell you, as a person that's licensed as a concealed carry license here, it's quite daunting. Hey, June. Yeah, we had a good night last night, June. I appreciated very much you coming in. You really add a lot to it. In other words, when you're here, we enjoy seeing you. Full of senile here, lots of schools closed. Man, I can't wait to get my vaccines on Thursday. I had people breathing on me today. Everybody's breathing on me. I just feel like creating a bubble around me. Don't breathe on me. Oh, I just came up to wish you a happy new year. Jeez, you're breathing, right? Could you just not breathe? I'm in like a bubble, right? I'm in church today. Everybody's breathing on me. He made the finest double barrel for you ever seen. I don't think I've sold in the price. Well, gunsmithing is a great thing. I mean, there was real pride in making one-off stuff, right? Really cool. When I see some of the engraving that they did on all stuff, I go, wow. Wow. Go pick up a decorated award 1873 Winchester with the slapped on plate on the side with engraving. My brother's like 30 gun, much more vital. Fix me up. He got it all locked up. Roosevelt don't understand his interest in them. I'm not a collector, man. I'm not going to put 50 pieces together just to have them. I have 3 pistols and I want 1 revolver. That's it. And I'm happy. Oof. I'm all my. I'm going to get my 3 on Thursday. I don't care if they say it's contraindicated. You probably don't want to get the RSV with the flu and the COVID. I'm gonna just lay it on me, man. Yeah, that's it. I mean, people took great pride. There was great craftsmanship in being an apprentice gunsmith and then being a journeyman and then being a master gunsmith. That was a whole big deal in the West. That was huge. They had to carry all that stuff from the East. There wasn't anybody until you got to San Francisco and started doing Western gunsmithing out there. Will outshoot my Beretta 9. Well, a 22 gives me a chance to get back on target with a minimum of coil on it. I can just keep it right on target. So the accuracy is phenomenal. If I'm going for total accuracy, I'm grabbing my Walther. If I'm going for stopping power, I want my Beretta 92 FS. Old iron outdoor cook set. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's fine, Fundy. I'd rather have facial paralysis than die of respiratory syncytial virus or something. So, my nerves can find their way back again. I've taken every vaccine in my life that I can take. So I'm a absolute positive believer in immunology and virology and all that. I've seen too much stuff in my life. I've seen too much science deniers and a dope that wrote in Nature magazine about autism and all that stuff. Set the whole, I hope nothing ever sweeps through the town of Sebastopol here. I hope polio never makes a comeback. 50% of the kids over there aren't even vaccinated. Till about in 2017 we had a whooping cough outbreak. Man, did they line up for that all of a sudden. They couldn't get in there fast enough. The first time they saw a video of a kid with whooping cough, oh man, they were lined up outside of our place like there was no tomorrow. You said, well, let's discuss side effects. The hell with the side, just give the shot. I know the side effects. Go, just give the shot. It's like, holy hell. Okay, slow your roll a little bit. I'm required to read this to you. Slow your roll. I wish I'd once a town the big into making. Well, it's how many people are tool makers these days? How many people are tooling? How many people even know what a tool and die set is anymore? How many people? I can still walk up and run an engine lathe, right, in a machine shop. Chalk up the wood, chalk up the metal, center it, and start. I could make a screw, a nut, a bolt. They don't teach that stuff in high schools. They had 25 engine lathes in Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. They had a hot metal shop with casting and forging, and had a sheet metal shop. We're making ventilators for rooftops and stuff. You can teach kids. Kids have no idea how to do that stuff. Using an engine, using a metal brake, a sheet metal brake, and an English wheel. Well, there's nothing funny about polio. I remember when I was a kid, there wasn't a polio vaccine. And I remember a good friend of mine, his father, clinking up the aisle with his braces every time, every week at Mass. Hear him clinking along. Had a miserable life. I had the oral vaccine. I had the oral polio and on a sugar cube and standing in line at a public library, and then promptly throwing up in a big wooden barrel. Such was life in Baltimore. Yeah, slow your roll down a little bit. Well, man, it got late all of a sudden. We're talking for 2 hours here. Let's roll around town anyway, see what's going on. I think this car ran out of gas. I don't know what these guys are doing. This girl's got a tube top on in wintertime. 53 degrees. Yeah, you gotta be cold, honey. You're holding that jacket around you. It's the year of the bellies out. Pneumonia Incorporated. Let's go down and see if the mission is open tonight. Jesus saves. A lot of stuff is closed. At least they're not roasting that stinking coffee tonight. Yeah, the mission's open. I guess they're doing the preach and feed tonight. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know if you saw my morning video, Andrew, but I'm trying to work down on. I'm gonna get rid of stuff mode this year, and I've talked about it in prior years, but I'm determined this time that I'm gonna do it. There ain't no two ways about it. I don't want a lot of gear. I don't want a lot of stuff. I want the bare minimum. Man, I used to have this kit to go boondocking. Huge Walmarts, 2 Walmart things full of stuff. You just got to have the absolute positive, just basic stuff. 1 pot, 1 pan. Right, maybe 2 dishes, maybe 2 sets of silverware, right? 1 stove. That's it. I just don't like having a lot of extra crap. Some guy looking very menacing on the corner there. Out there in my toes. Yeah, bugging out is good. I mean, I just, I want to go boondocking. I'm probably going to use this van again. These people sleeping under here. You got to be somewhere. You can't chase these people out. You got to be under some kind of shelter. And once these people get eliminated from the not allowed to go into the shelters or the missions anymore, they got to be out here. Oh man. So when I go boondocking this time, it's just going to be minimal that are messed up that need. I just can't deal. I had the stove go out. Bird gave me a nice Eureka. But you know what I stupidly did? I left I would leave the thing under pressure outside the regulator, so the regulator went bad. Right? Really nice Eureka, expensive one, but I couldn't get another Eureka regulator, so I had to I had the crap can. I mean, people like Alan sent me all kinds. I'm finally getting rid of it. I got the big Camp Chef stove for the house, which was a good choice because it's working great, right? It's working wonderfully. I don't know if this is two ways or one way. It scares me here a little bit. There's the old hangout. Man, what the hell is that thing? Lightning? The hell is that? Well, it's an ill wind that blows. Oh man, look at this. They set up the outside again. No, I guess it's the same. I don't know. Look at that horrific light. These crappy, cheap LEDs the city buys, they're already going rotten. Oh. Well, I tend to take too much stuff with me, so it's a prime consideration to learn how to properly pack to boondock so that you can do so you have enough room to buy a little bit of food. There's somebody sleeping over there next to the employment office. That's not a big. At least you'll be safe there, right? I mean, I got a really nice camp table. I've got some nice chairs. I got a beautiful Coleman table that rolls up really nice. And now I'm kind of retired, so I can take my time getting breakfast on and stuff. There's no big rush. I always felt like I had to do too much because I had to always go back to work in a day or two. Looks pretty quiet downtown tonight. So I'm just having hot dog and beans tonight. That's all I'm having. Yeah. A lot of these restaurants are closed. These people don't want to, I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's functional. Thank you, June. I mean, I don't know how beautiful it is. It's a post-Korean War. Just slap it up and do it up. It's okay. It's called a California 4-room, 2 bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen. I guess the Gleich rink is going to be gone. Is the Puerto Rican place open? I guess. Are they open? Yeah, I guess they are. Right. El Coco, Puerto Rican. I don't think I'm going to be on the road until, if I get a chance when Alan gets back from Palm Springs or wherever, probably try to get down to Oakdale. But I'm going to basically be homebound until February, and then I'm going to go down to LA for a week and help my daughter do some projects there. I don't know when she might be deployed or whatever, and overseas. Just depends again. And then I'm going to go for 3 weeks to Vegas. I have to start my efforts down there. Man, this place, nothing going on here. And then I think at the end of February, it should start to be warming up and stuff. So I'm going to hit the road and do my journey of faith travels all over America. I'll have a chance to meet many of you that I've never met before. And I will depend on many of you to tell me cool local stuff and things that are off the beaten path and all that. I don't know. I don't know if Barnes and a lot of restaurants are shut down tonight. I have a feeling the Chinese place is probably open. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like to have a lot of stuff. I don't like to walk into my garage and see. I mean, I have audio testing equipment that I'm never going to be using, right? So why not just sell it? I don't need a lot of stuff to do the stuff I do on audio. I do it in a very efficient way. want to put a lot of that stuff. You know, I got old HP distortion analyzers and all this cool gear I used to use. I don't need all that stuff anymore. Yeah, if I'm not using it, selling it. I've got signal markers, trace generators, and FM markers, and I mean, I don't need all this stuff. Yeah, there you go, Dory. Yeah, it's pretty quiet down here tonight. It's going to get cold too. It's already 52 degrees. Unless the clouds come in, I don't know. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I don't know. All right, so there's not a lot of people out on New Year's. So I'm going to really strive hard to just minimize. And if I need something, I absolutely have to convince myself that I'm going to need it and use it. Plus, a lot of that old testing gear I have, it's been replaced by modern, very small format, tiny little printed circuit boards. And, you don't need all the big gear. Like today I'm cleaning out the big silver bowl where I have all of my utensils and stuff, and I put them all in the dishwasher. It's probably the first time this year I ran the dishwasher once in the last year. That was today. Like, how many pizza cutters do I need, right? How many forks to pick up meat? I mean, what the heck? You need one good set. That's it. Very sturdy, very solid. Yeah, I don't need all that gear. You can buy little test gear now for $19, $20. It does this. It does the work of that old big boxy stuff. So I'm putting all that stuff up for sale. Started 99 cents bid, and you guys go to town on it. No returns. As is. I'm going to keep my 1966 RCA oscilloscope. That's useful. Yeah, I got a nice piece. Get one reel. Somebody sent me a really, really, really good commercial grade pizza cutter. I mean, this thing's designed to cut 20, 30, 40 pizzas in a night, day in, day out. Okay, I'm not going to buy cheap stuff that just where it's like can openers. Can't somebody just make a decent can opener? Right, every can opener's, oh, this is supposed to be a good one. You open up 50 cans and it's already rotten. I don't want an electric can opener. I don't have the counter space to sacrifice for an electric can opener. I got, I whipped that Danish whisk is great. Shimei, did you see the job I did on those blueberry muffins? Literally. I don't need to haul out a mixer. I mean, what the hell? I love my KitchenMaid. Professional, don't get me wrong, but man, if I'm making muffins or pancakes or cake batter, that Danish whisk will do. Danish whip will do just fine. Yeah, I don't know, Crow. I think YouTube is having problems enough. My notifications didn't even go out tonight, so people are here because they know I'm usually live, but no real notifications, I don't think, went out tonight. All right, we do have a turn on yellow, right? So what are we doing? Are we gonna go Are we just gonna hang out, right? I mean, what are we doing? I can't turn on that on a, am I supposed to turn here on a yellow? I mean, this doesn't make a damn bit of sense, right? No, I gotta have my morning coffee. Heck no. Craig sent me and Callie Mo sent me this wonderful coffee. Heck no, that's a highlight of my morning is to have that coffee. The cafe, the 8 o'clock or the Dunkin'. Are you kidding me? Hey, Barry. I could give up cigarettes like nothing. I could give up drinking. I can give up meat. There's just no way that I can give up coffee. It's inconceivable to me. Inconceivable. Now that's saying something, right? I quit cigarettes like it was nothing. I gave up meat for 40 days of Lent like it was nothing. Well, I can't say it was nothing. I probably whined a lot. Plus I overate on bread. I'm not buying a can opener unless it's right. Right, my God, how can it be that my mother had a can opener that lasted my whole lifetime, right? I never remember. Till finally her arthritis, she's like, I probably should get an electric one. Okay. You know, off to Sears. I'm tired of just poorly made stuff. Yeah, you just need a restaurant grade mounted can opener. Right, the one where you turn the thing like that. Ooh. Xylus. I wish you'd send me a link to it. This is for fun. Do you see my clipboard there? That's a Boondocker special. Nobody ever gonna mess with you. All right. Yeah, I don't. My arthritis in my hand is too advanced to use that though. The knife. I just can't do it. Too much hard labor. Plus, I gotta do a lot of wiring at the church locally here. Look at how nice the kitchen looks. I'm so proud of this, guys. Look at this. Looks so nice. Stove's nice and gleaming. I washed all of this in the washing machine. Changed the filter in the zero water. I can't live without caffeine. There's no way. There's no way. Anybody can send me a link to a Swiss can opener. I'll buy it. Let me just get Bird to turn this down a bit. All right. Now I just asked him to turn that down because I keep getting copyright matches. Doesn't that look cool? January 1st. Doesn't that cool? Hey, let me tell you, Fundy, he's a great person. He's been the best person that's ever been at the Rancho for staying here. He's done everything I've asked except clean up the shine shack. What? That's his place. Ooh, I'm a slob myself. Ooh, I'm a slob myself. Let me use the head for a minute. I guess tomorrow I'm going to have to put the Christmas tree away and stuff. Yeah, well, to me, that's the most important thing of all is the heart that somebody has. Anything else I can deal with. Always been cooperative with me, kind, respectful. Gonna take him out for his birthday in 20 days for his annual steak dinner. You should put more houses in your. Are you gonna pay for them, North? You know, they're not gonna just drop out of the sky. What's up, Cyanide? What's up, Cupcake? I like my land in the back. Where in the hell is this thing? I mean, it's easy to tell other people what to do, right? As long as you don't have to pay for it, right? I don't know if I'm going to plant this. I don't know. I'm not sure. It depends what my travel schedule is. My thinking is when it's time to do the farming, I do the farming in a big way, right? I get the tractor, I do the whole deal. Happy New Year, Cupcake. Is it cloudy tonight? Let me see. No, I see the store up there. I see a store up there. Buy a school bus. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've done so many conversion and so many restorations and rebuilds. I don't really know if I have the energy for that anymore.
Romantic, too romantic. My mason jar is out. You got this all hippy like cell phones. Oh, no.
Man, I blew through some beer last night. Oh boy. Cheers, everybody.
It sounds good. You do like water. Sterling.
3D concrete printed house. Yeah, they have the truck that just comes along, and the concrete truck just pulls up next to it, and they just start computer adding layer after layer of the cement up, and then they go over here and do that, and it's pretty cool. Well, when you say a real Swiss Army knife, Andrew, is that to say that there's fakies out there? I thought that was a patented kind of thing, or has that become like a Xerox copy? It's just a generic term now for a knife that has a lot of stuff on it.
Brother came over. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever had.
Actually, you can go on YouTube and you can see 3D printed out. It's actually very cost effective. Amish built cabins.
Or hops, yeah, I agree. I don't know. Takes fun.
I'm gonna rebuild the school bus and turn it into a food truck.
Not in the bottle at the store. But home brewed. Good
I'm gonna throw a lot of this crap out in the yard. This tile and crap that he collected. It's never gonna be used for anything. Get rid of a lot of this stuff. Yeah, a little tractor, something like that. A little something. I can't imagine me hand digging to plant half the length of a football field back there, back and forth in rows. I guess I could double dig it. Imagine the shape I would be in at the end of it. Yeah, a lot of those Sears houses are still standing today. I'm going to take down this tonight. Will be the last night for the Christmas stuff. I'm going to get that packed up and put away. The garage is nice and clean, the workshop, so I'm going to keep it that way. Cheers, Colleen. I'm bound and determined to keep that shop clean. Pardon me. The worst is my bedroom, guys. If you could see that, I'd be mortified. Yeah, they knock off the Swiss Victor Onyx. Wow, I never knew that. Yeah, there's still those Sears houses. They would pull up with the truck and just unload it, and you would have a local contractor that would just put it up for you. Log cabin shelter like this is window, door, and environment to do the rest probably. The most pressing need that I tell people that ask me is, like Joni did, get a piece of land, even if it has something dubious on it. At least get the land. I think that's the key. Yeah, I was going to say, so, I'm surprised the Swiss allow all that to go on. I don't know. But I guess it's not under patent anymore. So I guess anybody can make a knife and call it a Swiss Army knife, like it's like a Xerox. Leave it to the Swiss, though, to come up with that. Has everything on it except condoms, right? So what's going on, Cupcake? Were you out teasing the boys last night, or what? You got chucked at? What were you doing? A strip tease at the American Legion? Or what? Or were you popping out of the top, or what was going on? Fall apart. Bless you, bird. You better put a jacket on, dude. Oh. Got a rundown shack in the Woodford zone. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. What province you live in, Bundy? Newfoundland, Nova Scotia. Newfoundland, Nova Scotia. Yeah, Diane gave me this. It's got the Baltimore murder scene chalk outline. Right. My mouth, of course. Yeah, your mouth. God forbid your mouth. Oh, Ontario. That's nice. I can't wait to get to Quebec and Montreal again. I didn't realize there were rules dancing. Well, thank you, North. I mean, he's honesty. He's been a great tenant here. I mean, he's been kind. We get along wonderfully. I couldn't ask for something better. I've had some people that are I've had a lot more, right? So I appreciate it when people don't make negative comments about it. I appreciate that. Thank you, North. Let's see, I don't think I'm gonna need that. What the hell is this? Damn, dude. Ooh. I gotta change out the propane tube. These drip shields I have some new ones to go in that I ordered. They've arrived. I gotta put them in. Take a look at these babies. See those shields? You probably can't see it. They've pretty much rotted out over there. Yeah, I mean, he's been a wonderful tenant here. He's got a great deal. He knows it and he appreciates it. He takes in all the mail and does everything when I'm gone. Ooh. I don't smoke weed.
I'm sorry, Ollie, I'm sorry. And he said, oh, it's okay, I've done that to you before.
Oh, I've been really enjoying these Canadian hot dogs. Farmington, made in Canada.
I'm sorry, I was like this. Ollie, like, wow. Wow. I didn't think they had that to you before. Okay. You told me, yeah,
There's one with my 3 dogs on. It's a 3-dog night, get it?
sunny day.
I have to rebuild the stove this barbecue this week.
Anyway, he's my best friend, right?
I gotta rebuild. Who's Chantal? I mean, Foodie Beauty? No, not really. I heard she's back in Canada.
Rosie. Got wax. That was the wax. Wax are on That's why I'm coughing. We got Bob. Can't smoke the Bob. We could. Good me in. Really good. So work for this old man. Really good. We met Susie Rancho.
got the hot dogs tonight. Ooh, I'm gonna try to put a pickle spear on it. I don't know. Maybe pickle juice doesn't go with beer. I don't know. Oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mething. Ugh. The heck is with this thing? Now, sometimes, no, let's see. What the hell happened here? Reset to normal. Too small. Yeah, but I'm not sure if they mix with beer real good, right? I got the new I got the new propane tubes and stuff for the barbecue. I'm always gonna rebuild that thing. Always. Always. Oh, traditional barbecue. I just change out the drip things every 2 years or so, and it's good. That basic bones of that barbecue grill. I've done more with that grill. You can't really see it behind the tree. I've done more with that grill. And I've changed out the every 2 years because the basic bones are good. I mean, there's no reason to dump it. So I pay about $19 every 2 years for that. Oh. Nice. I got my bimbo bread. We don't get sick because we're just acclimated to the weather. He gets sick, I don't get sick. Dogs are coming along good.
Oh, I need a dog.
Got 5 more minutes. We'll be ready for our dogs. We'll be ready for our dogs. Hey, Pizza Kitty, how are you? Yeah. Bimbo is pretty good, but if I buy it locally here, it's like over $4 for a loaf. It makes me sick. So I would rather go to a grocery outlet when they have the bread that's like marked down to $1. It's just as good. But it's just as good. Oh, I would have loved to see Cyanide Cupcake shooting off her mouth last night. Hey, honey, bad news tonight. Your Crimson Tide lost the Rose Bowl.
That's my truck. Okay. I missed the horse.
Jen, it was great. I was live last night
This is girl.
for about 6 hours, but I had so much music on it, YouTube blocked it on the replay. I really didn't think Alabama would make it. Alabama made it farther than Georgia. And Florida State was whining because they didn't get into the Final Four, and Georgia just went out and destroyed them. Ron. Absolutely destroyed Florida State.
Buddy just love me. No grimy, like whatever. Different. I like magic. Magic keyboard domesticated. I know what the fuck it is. More friendly.
So Georgia will not be your national champion this year. Yeah, they didn't make it in. I was really surprised. And Michigan, up in the big house, they lost today. Or they won today, actually. So it's probably going to be Michigan, and I don't know what the score is currently with the Washington Huskies. I'll take the Huskies all the way. Walmart cannot beat.
Oh my God, we live on the water.
Yeah, well, they take that stuff pretty seriously down there, I guess. I don't know. Right? Nice grilled hot doggy.
Zero to traffic, we get far away that time. Very dangerous, sometimes very treacherous. Water. Rocks.
These Canadian hot dogs are
River.
great. Delicious.
They say, no, you can't go out to the store. You go out at night. Not sunrise, like pure darkness. And the day, the humble day tastes like shit.
Yeah, the Huskies are unbelievably good.
Very nice.
Why can't you eat a hot dog? Because of the pig hearts or what?
No way. Around here, I don't think so. Might get lucky.
I was dirt poor.
Oddly, oh my God.
It's nothing like some hot dogs.
Don't like that. Don't have it.
Every Monday night growing up, hot dog and beans.
And that's why the brain is going to be laughing.
Everything from the rooter to the tutor.
I like to work in it for whatever.
Hey, it's all meat, you know, GTB.
I'd rather work in the snow.
I'd stand there next to where they're throwing the buttholes and stuff in, and I'd still eat it.
Right in the snow.
No, I never had black pudding.
Too old. We could build a snowman.
Big on eating healthy.
Rosie, you were dressed up like a witch yesterday.
I was. I
Oh, I didn't
was.
get to
But
see
I had too much copyright music, so
I used to be a good photographer. We could photograph you like that.
I had too many songs from YouTube. They blocked the replay on this.
No, but I could do photography. Like, I could do it. Really good
I
stuff.
know you have. I've seen some work you've done.
I think fashion was a good one. We didn't stick with that. Porn, we could do porn. But I like rock and roll bands. That's what I like. That's what works for me. But fashion,
You good did with store windows.
yeah, that's like my signature
Yeah.
thing. Because it's surreal. So that's my thing. Displays.
Yeah,
But
you
I
have
was really good at fashion.
you have a real talent for that.
I love that stuff.
You had so many music matches last night. YouTube blocked the replay of last night.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know, your outfit and stuff, and the thing, it was really good. So you need a couple props, pose. It's
Yeah.
like a still photograph.
Well, I'll let you photograph me sometime.
No, I can do that shit when you get
I know you can.
I don't have a camera,
I've seen what you can
but
do.
I can do it.
I've seen what you can do.
Because I've done fashion before, and I've done it.
I was with you in San Francisco, remember?
So you just see the wardrobe, poses, and makeup,
Yeah.
and it's still, it's not motion. Just-
Hay Scott was born in Philly and used to. She came out of transit, but told me she wasn't. Well, which is it, Scott? I'm not sure.
Kodak.
Yeah, I saw your pictures. They were great.
I know, but those are different. That's what I do. But
Yeah, it was great.
there's more to that. Than
It was great.
I used to be an artist, really. Or a beginning.
And thanks for the cognac.
Fuck yeah, really good stuff, huh?
Man, that
Yeah.
stuff is good, man.
I love
I figured if it's good enough for Napoleon, it's good enough for me, right?
Yeah, and I don't know his history, but that's what he would drink. I know Hennessy's the most popular, but that's what I drink.
Good
I
stuff,
like it.
man. Good stuff. What can openers being taken on? No, I got a good can opener now. I'm just saying, but it took forever. It took forever.
Because they got free coffee.
I have a good one. I have a the hell is it? Oh shit, they're fighting. It's a good Rubbermaid one. Even this roll of bimbo bread was like $4 and something at the Lola's. There goes magic. Gotta stick your snoot in it and see what's going on. Oh, I'm right on top of the road here. I have weak hands. I think somebody mentioned that, Catherine. I told people I don't want an electric. I'm not giving up the counter space for it. I don't open up that many cans anyway, right? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, the guy was going to meet up with me later, but then he chickened out. No, I don't want electric. Hell no. No, I just want to. I have a good mechanical. I need to have pork in my hot dogs. Yeah, thank you, Scott. Always spots. It's just, I'm not giving up the counter space for it. For Lord's sake, make a good one. Oh, it's running out of teeth. Yeah, thank you, Scott. Well, have a good night. Best to her. But I don't want to have, I'll send you a nice electric. I can't give up the counter space for it. I don't even like the toaster I have. I thought it was going to be a real good one. I asked for a good one. My daughter 3 years ago, gave me a KitchenAid. Just weak. Disappointing. I have lots of spicy beans. I'm going to have them probably Thursday night. You mean the fabled Joan of Arc? Yeah, Catherine sent me a whole case of it. They're delicious on tostadas. Ooh, toasties are weak, slow. I'd like to buy an old vintage one from the 1920s that turns the toast around when you push the thing. She'll get over it, Scott.
They didn't say, hey, cocksucker, you're going to want to be around people like that. You've got to do that. Better act right. got a difference. You can drink 24 hours. Maybe time zone. Not same thing.
Oh, that was a delicious dinner. Easy too. I highly recommend these hot dogs from Canada. They even got a little maple leaf, so you know it's gonna be good. You know it's gonna be good.
Oh, no commercial?
That was a great deal. If I saw them at the dollar store again, I would jump for these. They were absolutely delicable. I'm all cleaned up. I'm not leaving things for later.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm guessing. It's even like me. I see your face. It seems a little like you have some else.
Ooh, this year for cleanup, I just imagine the boss wants to yell at me. Clean that stuff up. Clean that crap up. Oh hell, Americans are crazy about Canadian bacon. Oh, you don't like the hot dog though, right? They were good. They were good.
Because I can do it. They're nice to me.
Make me good night, Scott. Make me one. Do you really like them? The boast kind of you put over a gas burner. I don't know. I saw this one from the 1920s that is really cool. It has a little thing. It looks like a teapot, but you push this button and it flips the toaster around. Kind of cool.
We still have to work 2 more days to get through all that shit. I went through it one day with twice. It's different.
But you know, the KitchenMaid works great, but it's just it's made so weak, made so very, very weak, very, very weak. It'll take forever. I mean, if you go stay at like a hotel that has the breakfast, they have the one that you put it in the top and it just goes through and loops through. 59 pence in a brine. Oh, come on, man. People in the UK eat some weird stuff. But look at it this way. At least you have the treacle syrup, right? The wonderful treacle. Yeah, old vintage appliances. What's that called? Gordon's treacle or something? What's it called, DJH? That treacle syrup? Yeah, the one with the conveyor belt, yeah. You can put a bagel in there, it doesn't matter what you put in, it's just gonna toast it. Right? But these things are big. I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna use the KitchenMaid until it goes tits up. That's it. And then I'll just use a propane torch. I'd like to find that vintage 1920s one. Very retro. The darn thing turned the toast around. You would only toast one side at a time. Yeah, coffee makers. Yeah, I've had to replace the Mr. Coffee. I have a space age one now. And they usually last about 2 to 3 years, and then that's it. And I've determined that you just cannot repair them. I don't want a black pudding with all that blood in it and everything. I don't want it. Not my cup of tea. No offense. Yeah, my aunt only had a hot plate, put the bread on it. Yeah, there it is. Toasted before it burnt. That's it. This was, Alan, this was the first time in a year or more I ran. I guess when I was doing canning, maybe I ran the dishwasher, but I ran it today to clean up all the utensils in the pot. You would love it. Yeah, I don't know. I have to see which animals it came out of. Put bread in a broil and make toast before. Yeah, quickly. That's it. Yeah. That's it, Catherine.
Oh yeah, right here. Oh good.
That's it. That's exactly it. Walmart.
Oh, what kind of horse is that?
We had a wood stove and we toast bread in the winter. We would wipe down the ground. Yeah, I mean, the refrigerator only lasts around 10 years. Yeah, it's crazy. Isn't it, Ron? I don't know. It's just the way of stuff these days. But I'm determined to keep my habits up for 2024 and to be neat, and clean. Neat and clean. Anyway, guys, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close down for tonight. I'm still kind of in recovery mode from last night, and I had a little extra beer. So I will see everybody tomorrow. Amanda, thank you. And to my wonderful moderators, don't be a stranger, Cupcake. Dory Lynn, always good to see you. You all have a wonderful night tonight. Thank you to Shimei and Ronnie. And Cupcake here. We had Scottish Saren in earlier. So thank you guys for everything. Appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. And stay tuned. More good content coming up. More reviews. More good stuff from the trip. Take care, everybody. Thumbs up are appreciated.